Spark the brain. 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 We here. Spark the brain. Spark the brain. Spark the brain. It's the third round, RPB. I don't know if they ready for this one, man. You gotta switch it up on them a little bit. You know what I'm talking about? Have a seat at the master's table. We ain't asked for no seat. We went and built up our own. You see, it's rather stable. You got 2 eyes, 2 ears, you know the rest. Look, listen, and observe, but also respect. In God we trust. It's obvious. The money ain't the root of all evil, but lack thereof. That's why they deprive you of resources. Why they focus on streams of income, at least 3 sources. We certified, we solidified. And they say they created hip-hop, but all that shit is lies. Cause every element came before the development of what we callin' hip-hop now. It's all relevant to all the topics we gon' touch on. Spoiler alert, as you play this album, ain't no club songs. Boy, that hurt, but this ain't no conscious album. It's just that real shit, that Black God Mantra album. I hope y'all feel this. Spark the brain, 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 spark the brain. Spark the brain, spark the brain, spark the brain. Spark the brain, spark the brain, spark the brain. Spark the brain, spark the brain, spark the brain. Spark the brain, spark the brain, spark the brain. Spark the brain, spark the brain, spark the brain. My mind is spark the brain, spark the brain.
The masters, the masters, the masters, the masters.
Motif Alumni.
You know, oftentimes, being that we live in a world so dark, we find ourselves searching outside ourselves, trying to find some sort of light, not knowing that the light is inside you. You are the light.
Sincere, flashing, flashing, flashing. They looking for them flashing lights, flashing, flashing. You ain't know you was a flashing light, flashing, flashing, flashing. They looking for them flashing lights, flashing, flashing. You ain't know you was a flashing poetry in motion, like the trains they spray graffiti on. Early 80s, it was a form of social media. Way before hashtags, text message, emojis, it was brothers who had tags. All facts, you can quote me. In fact, let's take it back further to ancient Kemet, where the blacks' words were hieroglyphics, but to the average person, it's no connection there. They second guessing said, third eye calcified. They don't see the message clear. Me, I'm just a messenger, homie, don't shoot the messenger. I did the research. You should study your lessons first. Started at block parties, now they just pop mollies. Fell asleep in a Chevy, woke up in a Bugatti. I'm just time traveling, and my mind trapped again. Gotta write it down, let's redefine rap again. She swerving over the yellow lines, and I don't know who's driving. Some masked man, they told me it was a Jew behind it. Close my eyes and see the madness, time passing, beats blasting. I see police flashing, lights for we flashing, high fashion. Them seats packed and they came to see them flashing lights. I see the madness, time passing, beats blasting. I see police flashing lights, but we flashing, high fashion. Them seats packed and they came to see them flashing lights, flashing. But my light is internal. That's why you see me glowing like I'm on fire inferno. Hip-hop is my religion, that's why I'm true to that. And you would love it too if only you knew the facts. But no, you wasn't there. Studying pioneers, building skill to be one of the most undeniable heirs. I could cry a few tears, the way they did the culture. Her dead carcass has become lunch meat for the vultures. Look what happened to jazz, same goes for rock and roll. They speeding up the vibration, taking out the soul. And so the whole world's out of control, cause hip-hop happens to be the strongest force on the globe. I put that on my soul, word is born to the ancestors. Like like pyramids stand on the sand. We here forever, and maybe you should acknowledge it. Can only focus on that 80s and that 90s shit. Gotta zone into what them young homies is trying to spit. Cause our own parents told us our culture was counterfeit. Look how we changed the world after they doubted it. We are the light shining bright as the sun out this bitch. And yeah, I'm proud of it. Close my eyes and see the madness. Time passing, beats blasting. I see police flashing, lights for we flashing. High fashion, them seats packed and they came to see them flashing lights. I see the madness, time passing, beats blasting. I see police flashing, lights for we flashing. High fashion, them seats packed and they came to see them flashing lights. Flashing, flashing, flashing. They looking for them flashing lights. Flashing, flashing. You ain't know you was a flashing light. Close my eyes and see the madness. Time passing, beats black. Yeah, like that. Let's see what's in the God's mind. Listen. All right.
There you is.
Here we go. Once again, it's on. Peace to the family. Welcome everybody to another episode of Sincere Love the Godcast. This is the Black Business Showcase. I am the God Sincere Love, and I am here as usual with my lovely co-host, Nicey Girl. What's up with that t-shirt? Let me see that t-shirt you got on.
It says, we didn't, Joe. So we did not, basically. We didn't, Joe. I love this shirt. It is from Redstone Creative Shop. My girl, Geneva Solomon from Redstone Firearms. She has an Etsy store called, she made this. You guys can get it from Redstone Creative Shop. Follow that on Instagram, and then you can hit the link in the bio. But I thought it was a cool shirt, so I had to get it. Come in many colors, too. And it looks like, Kamami's kind of crying on it. I don't know if you guys can catch that.
Man, hilarious. Oh, your camera.
It was right on time.
There you go.
Sorry. There I am. Hit the wrong button.
That's hilarious, though. That's hilarious. Shout out to Redstone Firearms. That's our folks. Man. All right. So, as y'all know, we are here for another episode of the Black Business Showcase. So, of course, we got another dynamic guest for y'all this evening. So as y'all coming in here, I need y'all to do y'all due diligence. Hit that like button. Share this out on your social medias and let everybody know that we are live on Sincere Love the Godcast right now. If you are not subscribed to us on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell so you can be reminded whenever we go live with new content on this channel. Appreciate it. So, any other quick announcements before I introduce our guests?
I don't know if you guys noticed that song that at the beginning, but you know that you can stream all of Sincere's music on all streaming platforms. Just type in his name or type in DJ RP Beats, and you can find all of their music that way. But we also obviously encourage you to buy the latest album at themastersrsvp.com. The title of the album is The Master's Table, so make sure you guys get that. Also, if you have not gotten Seven the Super Heru, a foundational Black American children's book series, make sure you grab that right now at www.godcastbooks.com. That's www.godcastbooks.com. Volumes 2 and 3 will be out this December.
Cool. All right, family, so let's get it popping. Let me let y'all know what we got going on tonight. So tonight, we will be joined by Rayborn Scott. My brother Rayborn Scott is proud to be the #1 source for professional barber and beauty supplies in the Atlanta, Georgia area. However, alongside his supply guy role, he has an offering barbers and hair professionals financial advice for many years with his Scott Group LLC company. He is keen to bring both sides of his expertise together. Ray has a strong background in business, accounting, and consultations. With a bachelor's in accounting and a minor in finance, he prepares taxes and provides the hugely beneficial element of Ray's device. I think when I pasted this on here, it left some of it out because
it skipped something inside the bio there. That's not me. But the hugely beneficial element of Ray's advice is that he is already ingrained in the barber and beauty industry. He knows the industry inside and out. And so I think some of it is missing. But anyway, without further ado, let me introduce to you our brother, Ray Bourne. Welcome to the Godcast, King.
Hey, good evening, family. How y'all doing?
We're good.
Good to have you here with us, man.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Thank you for coming. I've been
a
trying to
long
get you
time
for a
coming.
year. I've been trying to get you for a year.
I don't believe that. Don't do me like that. You know how to find me.
Busy man.
Yeah. Busy's good.
Yeah, we here today, though. We here today.
Yes, indeed. We about to make it happen. So, yeah, my supply guy, and then the other side of it is the finance game.
Yes.
The taxes and all of that. So we're gonna get into all of that tonight. But like always, we like to get into the origin story with the guest. So since I butchered up the bio, you can actually take us back a little bit and fill us in on the beginning of your entrepreneur journey and what led up to where you at now.
Man, it's a lot. It's a lot.
That's all right. We here.
It's always a growing situation, I started from New York, migrated down here. I've been doing business on different sides for multiple years. I've always had the idea that doing a 9 to 5 was not enough. I started out a corporate. I used to work with Pfizer, the pharmaceutical company, Scholastic, the book company for the schools, did staff accountant and all that kind of stuff in corporate. Then I decided to start doing taxes. Been doing taxes since '95. Okay, along the way, I've been an appraiser in Georgia. I've been a real estate agent. I had a process serving company that you serve processes for legal litigation for lawyers and so forth. Did that for a number of years in New York, and always was looking for that business side, that entrepreneurial side, being able to have different channels and be in different rooms as opposed to just one lane.
Mm-hmm.
So relocated down here and began. What did I do? I decided not to go back to corporate. I couldn't do it no more. Corporate is a beast.
Yeah.
It'll take your sanity. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
So once I decided not to do that, down here I was honing in my appraisal skills and my real estate skills. So I was a real estate agent and an appraiser at the same time. So offering these kind of services to my clients, whereas you might have a real estate agent just selling you houses, but I was able to give you the market value with an understanding and also sell you the house. Working in a separate capacity, but it was very, very advantageous for my clients to have that basic knowledge. On top of that, have the tax background. So after doing all of that, I during the crash in 2008, real estate market just fell, so I had to pivot. So a partner of mine told me, you know what, you need to go. Why don't you come to the fire department? For now, before anything get crazy. So I joined the fire department for DeKalb County. I was a firefighter for 13, 14 years. Simultaneously, doing my tax services and so forth, I had a couple offices in DeKalb for several years. In addition to that, once I did that, I started dabbling in the beauty industry. A childhood friend of mine had a beauty supply store, and he's like, you need to look into doing that. And I didn't want to do it at first. Like I'm good. I'm doing all right. I don't need to do all of that. But he kept on, and I decided to give it a try. And long story short, here I am today after about 14 years. Starting out as regular mobile, did not know anything about the beauty industry, anything.
Wow.
From corporate, I knew nothing. But I always had this energy that I could do anything I want. That's how I feel. Whether it's cocky, whether it's whatever, it's just I could do that. You know. So I was not afraid of trying anything. Hence, I have a bachelor's in accounting, finance, appraisal, real estate, process serving company. That's how I feel. You know, I could do it, whatever. So I continued doing that, and once I saw going out on the road, meeting gentlemen like you, learning, from scratch, purchase some items, bought a van with the help of my partner. So yo, I'm gonna go out there. So door to door, that's what I did, and I learned every day. It was hard times when I decided to really get into it. It was hard times. There was a lot of no's. There was a lot of, we don't need you, But
Really?
what? What?
That's strange. That's strange.
If I begin to tell you the stories on that road, you wouldn't believe it. You'd be like, nah, that didn't happen. But that's a whole other segment. I trust and believe that's a whole other segment. But out of all the no's and the turnaways and all that, I continued, and I said to myself, if I don't give it 100%, then I'm going to be dissatisfied with myself.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I look at stuff. So I always try to give myself 100% into anything before I can say I'm backing out, because it's going to bother me. It's going to be, for me, I'm going to look at myself like, you didn't really give it your all and you tapping out already. I'm not from that place. So, whether it's foolish or not, but I continue. You know what I'm saying? I just continue and built it over the years. So from vans, then I decided to open the brick and mortar. So that's where we have the brick and mortar today.
Nice.
Mhm.
So after hearing all of that, let me ask you this. I mean, we'll get into some of the details with all of that you just gave us, but do you see yourself possibly pivoting again, or is My Supply Guy, is this it? Is this it for you?
Well, it's never it. You got 2 feet up under you.
Mhm.
Actually, we actually have another channel that we developing right now too. So I have been in collaboration with a manufacturer that manufactures gloves. So I'm in collaboration with them. So
What
now
type of
we have our
gloves?
own gloves, the nitrile gloves, the black gloves.
Oh,
We
so still
manufacture that ourselves now too, and we
new
supply.
revenue stream, but it's the same company, same industry though, same thing. That's not like a pivot.
Well, it's not like I said, it's not a pivot. It's never really dropping, and it's a building. So
Hmm.
with this, we're able to supply restaurants, the beauty industry, everybody with these gloves. Okay,
Hmm.
so it's a wider situation.
Nice.
Before we focused on the beauty industry, now we actually have supplying a lot of restaurants, a lot of industrial places too, and we tapping into different channels with that. So it's never it, you know.
Got you. Got you. Yeah, I asked.
Keeping your hands in many pots. I like
Yeah,
that.
Just stay busy.
I asked that because I didn't know most of that. You know what I'm saying? I've been knowing you for a while now.
Right.
I had no idea you were a fireman.
Really, all the years that coming
Right.
to the store, I've been a firefighter. I retired in 2020.
For real?
Wow.
Yeah,
You was a fireman all that time. I did not
yeah,
know that.
yeah.
You was just my supply guy. You know
Right,
what I'm saying?
right.
You, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? My man, he pulls up with the van. He got everything we need right there on the van. And I was used to that coming from New York. You know what I'm saying? We had a guy just like you around my way. Very similar to you. Y'all remind me of each other of a lot. Not just, what I'm saying, what y'all do, but y'all actually remind me of each other. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's been a relationship with me and my brother right here. So yeah, I didn't know a lot of that. And I just found out recently about the taxes stuff. Me and you
Right,
chopped it up
right.
the other day. And I'm like, damn, really?
Yeah.
And you was giving me some real good gems, some
Right.
heavy game when it comes to that too. So of course we're gonna have to get into that as well. But out of all of the things, you know what I'm saying, that you've been through, that you've experienced, all of the different pots that you've had your hand in, what made you settle with the beauty industry?
Because I actually saw that there was a lot of lack in that industry, in this industry. This industry, beauty and barber, is like, it's still in its infancy when it comes to business. Okay, the industry has been developed on an underground mentality. So you have so much revenue in this particular industry, but very few people know that this is actually a livelihood. They think it's a hustle. So they lack a lot of information. They lack a lot of direction that other industries already do and already have. So I noticed that there was definitely a gap between the education and the actual business part of it. So you could be an awesome barber with your practical skills, whatever, but you don't know how to use that to better yourself as far as financially. You know, the most of the industries, first of all, don't file taxes. So now when they go to a financial institution to try to better themselves or better their family situation, purchasing a house, they get turned away just on the basis of you don't have any documentation. You can't prove your income. And no one is informing you of that. So you waste a lot of time and a lot of money trying to roll the dice, and then you get turned away. In that sense, a lot of people get taken advantage of also, because you end up paying people to do things that you didn't have to do. And that's the cycle in this industry because of lack of knowledge, for one, and lack of people trying to get you to where you need to be. There's a lot of usury. And I noticed that. So me getting into the industry, I started to say, well, I have a lot of information at that level. So I'm going to start doing classes or just communicating simple things that it might be simple to me, but to you or to another person, they never heard it in their life. You know, and I don't have a problem sharing that information because it's necessary.
Definitely is. Definitely is.
And I like what you said about, not treating this part of the business as far as the beauty and barber industry as a hustle, but more as a business. Although you're doing hair or cutting, you still are a business, not just providing a service. I know someone who recently graduated beauty school, and I definitely will be sending this video to her so she can, elevate herself as a businesswoman while doing, hair and stuff. So she's really young, and I already talked to her about that, but I know you will be able to provide her with a lot more.
Sure.
And what gems would you give to young barbers, young hairstylists who are really just getting into the game, got some skills, starting to build some clientele, but not really understanding the business side of the game? Like, what tips and advice would you give them to make sure that they're going to be straight long term?
Well, first and foremost, get your license, because that's a vehicle that you could use to get into different doors. There's a lot of channels out here that, because you don't have your license, you don't get exposed to. I'll give you an example. There's a lot of our customers that do set work. They work on movie sets, but you can't get there unless somebody brings you in there. It's a closed door system. So all these Tyler Perry movies and all that, they got barbers on deck. Okay, and they don't want to associate themselves with somebody that doesn't have paperwork, because there's a union involved and there's other steps in there that they have gatekeepers for that. So in order for you to get inside that room, you have to be a professional or present as a professional. You understand? So it's not even about your skill anymore, because people are learning how to cut off of YouTube University and all of that. But are you a business person? Can you present yourself in a way that you could get inside these doors with your profession, as opposed to just being in a shop, just cutting hair? If that's what you want to do, it's not a problem. But if you want to go to the next level, then there's things that you got to put in place first. And that's the first thing I would say. Then after that, once you get that out the way, now you're going to start setting yourself up, getting your business name, tax ID number, bank accounts, and so forth, and have your funds, whether you're using a booking system or not, directly go into your business account and so on and so forth.
And
Yes,
this is a
indeed.
way to build business credit as well,
Yeah,
like you
that's
said, so that you can purchase a home at some point, and also use credit versus using your own money for some of those larger purchases and pay over time or so versus
right.
constantly using your cash.
Right.
Yes, indeed, man. Yeah, and so that's definitely something that's missing. I can tell you for sure. I've been cutting hair 25 years now, and a lot of that stuff I was never taught. You know what I'm saying? Nobody never gave us that type of information. Like you said, it was just a hustle, especially for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Getting into cutting hair was never really part of the plan in the beginning. You know what I mean? I just needed to be able to tell my PO that I had a job,
Right.
and it just so happened that my sister was dating a dude that had the barbershop at the time, and so that's really how I started cutting hair.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
But
And
ironically, I mean to cut you,
nah,
but
you good.
this is one of the only industries that you can come out of being incarcerated
Hmm.
and actually get in and create a career and have a life straight out the door. You see what I'm saying to you? It's a low entry level as far as what you need to get in.
Hmm.
So that allows a lot of people to get in, and they most of the time treat it as a hustle. I'm not a barber. I'm not professing to be. I'm on the other side. I know about the barber business. There's barbers that know about cutting. There's barbers that know about styling here. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about beyond that, beyond the chair. You know that you have to know that there's something beyond the chair. And this industry is one of the few that you could come out after you had a little rough patch, right? Come out and be a business owner out the gate.
Hmm.
That's
Facts,
powerful, though.
facts, facts. But we need the information.
Right.
Right.
We need the information. And so you mentioned doing classes and workshops and stuff like that too, right?
Yes.
So is it centered around this type of information, or what you got
Yes.
going on?
Yes. So I usually have classes and workshops at the different hair shows, like the Talia Wajid Natural Hair Show and different expos. And I also have classes at the store. So I have a class coming up on the 22nd, I think is a Sunday, and that's based on taxes and business entities and so forth for the industry. So you can come there, get all your questions answered pertaining to your particular situation. Um, that way you get the focus on in your situation. A lot of times people get information that doesn't pertain to them, and have them running around in circles. Like, why are you trying to build a bridge when you just need a step ladder? You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying to you? That's what happens. They get tossed to and fro with so much higher level information, but it doesn't help them in any way. They don't know what is on their taxes. They don't know who to go and get their taxes prepared by. They don't know how that process. They don't know how to set up their business as far as getting the business entity, the name, the tax ID. They don't know that. So these workshops is where you can get all these answers and be able to use it for your purpose.
Dope, dope. Yeah, I gotta definitely tap in with you with that, um, because I would love to get on that side of the aisle where I could help, pass some of this information down to some of the younger up and coming barbers and all of that, because I wish that it was there for me,
Hmm.
years ago. You know what I'm saying? You know, that would have made a huge difference knowing
Right.
just these simple things. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
and it's not complicated. It's really simple. But if you don't know, you don't know.
Right, right. Okay, you was about to jump in? Nicely.
Not yet, because I'm a sneeze.
Oh. Oh. So what I wanted to ask you, man. I know we gotta get to talk about the tax thing, but I wanted to talk. It was something else about the barbering thing. Oh, I wanted to ask you. What made it made sense to do the brick and mortar thing versus just doing the truck? I know you still come through with the van, but what made it make sense to have the brick and mortar in place as well?
Yeah, that's a great question. After a time, I had some decisions to make. I had retired from the fire department, and I was still doing the van, and I was like, I'm not able to get around as I used to, even with me not no longer a firefighter. A lot of my customers, I circumnavigate Georgia, so I service Roswell, Cobb, Atlanta, Gwinnett, DeKalb, and a lot of my customers were not able to get to me, and I was not able to get to them. So it started to hurt my feelings, literally. Like, they call me like, "Yo, where you at?" I'm like, "Yo, I'm in Cobb and in Gwinnett." I'm like, "Yo, I can't make it." Like, "Damn, man, I'm waiting on you," and it started to really bother me in that sense. It's like, if I open a brick and mortar, even if I can't get to you, at least I have someplace you could come to get what you need. Because one of the biggest issues in this industry is barbers are not able to get the products and the tools that they need readily available. They got to go from beauty supply store to beauty supply store to and drive around and waste time. So instead of that, I say, okay, I can still move around a little bit, but if I can't get to you, guess what? I got a location, the same thing services I've been providing to you. Yeah, you are in one location, so you can come by and get what you need. But naturally, the barber industry is, spoiled.
I'm about to say, you spoiled us now. I'll be waiting for the van to pull up.
Yeah, I know.
I ain't been to the store yet.
I know. I'm gonna have 2 words for you about that, but I'm gonna let you live tonight. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna blast you on your own show. At least you said it out before I said it out.
Yeah. I gotta keep it a bean. I say, yo.
But that was the whole concept behind that. That was the whole concept, and I wanted to do it. And like I said before, if I think about something and I don't do it, it's gonna bother me. If I did not do it, I'd be like, 5 years from now, I'd be like, you should have opened that, right? And then it would bother me, just in the back of my mind, provoke me all the time. So I said, I'd rather do it and let it do what it do. So when I'm done doing what I need to do, I can always say, yeah, I did that, and I kept it moving. I won't lose no sleep.
Man. Yeah, I got to get over there though, man. I'm gonna come see you. I'm gonna come check. But let everybody know where it's located at.
Yes, the brick and mortar is located at 3580 Breckenridge Boulevard, right off of Pleasant Hill.
Not even far.
Not too far at all. It's right 2 minutes away for you, man. I know y'all drive further for the littler things, bro. I'm not gonna say nothing.
I have to ask for the ladies. Are there gonna be bundles?
Well,
in the store.
Ironically, we are just starting to put the hair in there. We got the weave in here, and pre-stretched and everything like that. But we actually have two locations. The next location is actually in Cobb. My brother is in that one, and that's actually where you're going to get every piece of hair you need. That's dedicated to the salon and the women.
Okay.
Nice.
Yes, and that's located at 2380 Cobb Parkway, right across the street from the stadium, from Truist Stadium, by the where the Braves play.
Yeah,
right across the street from there.
When did that one open?
Actually, it was not a fresh open. We took it over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the spot was already up and running.
Yes. So my brother took that one over.
Nice.
Oh, that's dope, man. Yeah.
Now, can I ask, are there a few, because I know there's not many, but are there a few Black-owned beauty supply stores there in the Atlanta area?
There is a few, but they're spread out. And when we say a few, literally a few. There's getting to be more, but there's a few. There's a handful. So there is ours, which is Atlanta Beauty Depot over in Cobb, like I said, 2380 Cobb Parkway. There's also PDK, which is up off of 400, way up at 400. What else? We have Carol's Beauty Supply, or Beauty, I think it's Carol Beauty Supply. She's in Covington. Okay, so it's spread out.
Spread out.
One of the issues, why you asked that question is that everything in the beauty supply store is designed for you, but we don't own none of it. So
Bingo.
unfortunately, that's the state of affairs, and a lot of times, you know, our customers don't understand the dynamics of that. Okay, it's difficult, just to say the least, as far as maintaining that and being able to have the products that you want at a reasonable price, because
Price.
there's a whole dynamic behind that. You know, that's a whole other episode, but nonetheless, so that's why you don't see much. And the I wouldn't say the support, um, because I have a love hate relationship with the word support. Um, but if the business have what you require, then you patronize.
Right.
You know,
Right.
I think about support, in a small sense of you don't, I don't have what you need, but you just come in and drop off bread.
Yeah.
Which is cool, but I want to have what you need so that you have a reason to
come.
come.
I want to
And
do good business.
right, and that's what it is. So the more we patronize these our black-owned beauty supply and so forth, the more apt they're going to be there in the future. But if you don't patronize them, and then next week they're not there, then you get a mixed reaction for that. It's like, oh, they never have nothing, or they this and they that, but you didn't understand that they needed you to patronize to stay afloat.
Right.
They can't stay afloat if you don't patronize. That's just the bottom line.
Yeah, we had one here in Long Beach called Fridays. It was a black-owned beauty supply store directly across the street. It's owned by someone other than us.
Right.
And Fridays, their stuff may have been like maybe 50 cents more, right? Because one, their rent for the space is going to be more. They may be being, I don't want to say overcharged, but charged more for the supply. So they had to price it different in order for them to make a profit. And I always went out my way to patronize them because it was a big store. I love seeing us because we understand each other's hair, texture, product, everything. So I say that to say, it moved to a location in Compton. I want to say the space is probably, if I'm lying, y'all, 300 square feet. It's small, crowded, but they're there. They're there, and I go to Compton, just to get some bundles, not bundles, because I don't, buy bundles in there or packaged hair, but the pre-stretched hair, shampoo, etc.
Right.
But we have one in Compton. I want to say one in Downey, and then one in an area called the High Desert, which is about an hour and a half away, the Victorville area. So I'll say in California, LA County, San Bernardino County, max we have 4-5 black-owned beauty supply stores in California, and I'm in the LA area.
Right. Okay. Yeah, and that sounds about right. That sounds about right. It's definitely a challenge, and we have to know that, and that goes for any industry that we open in business for. I'll give you an example. I remember, being on the road several years ago, which still happens, but this one stuck out to me. I went to a barber shop, pulled up. First time I've been in there. I asked them what they needed, greeted them, everything is cool. Asked him, what he needed. He wanted some oil sheen or whatever like that. Okay, brought it to him. He asked me the price. I said it's $5. He's like, $5? I could get it for $4.59 down the street. I said, it's like
that's a mindset thing.
Yeah,
that's a mindset.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
But that's not uncommon.
Right.
Too common, I think.
Yeah.
It's too common a lot of times amongst us expecting a discount from us, but we'll go pay full price with them with no question.
Yeah, and that's one thing, but it's such doesn't even make sense, because I'm here in front of you. You would have to leave your station, get in your car,
right,
drive to there. It'll take you 30 minutes plus gas and time, and in your mind, you're thinking you're saving something.
You say,
right.
it's all it's all because you just don't want to give it to me. It's cool.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. That's
Because
it.
we could do the math all day. It doesn't, you can't get it. You could do the math all day, but that's just one of the examples of just being to and fro in and out the city. That it's a world out there.
There's definitely too much of that. But on the other side of that, also with black businesses, a lot of times you get a lot of sabotage coming from outside forces as well. We spoke about on here not too many shows ago. I forgot what city it was in, but there was a black beauty supply store that opened up. I think it was in Pennsylvania somewhere.
Mhm.
And the Asian supply store that was there was telling the suppliers that if they sold to them, that they would stop buying from them.
That happens.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Stuff
That
like
happens.
that.
So like it is, man. It's difficult. You know what I'm saying? It's just, and you can't deny it. It's not like you're making up a story. You know what I'm saying? It's not even that. This is live, everyday, challenges that owning a business when you have to obtain your supply from situations that is not in your favor, that you
But
don't
this is
control.
This is more reason for us though to support. This is more reason for us to pay that extra 41 cent or whatever, it was, right? In order for our businesses to sustain. And the more we're able to sustain, and build more stores where we're in there, we'll be able to price it down a little bit once we're able to, get the income.
And
But
move
it
up
takes
the,
us to support it.
and moving up the supply chain as well too, because I'm
Right.
sure, you know what I'm saying, you the supply guy for us,
Right.
but the supply guy for you probably, you know what I'm saying, all of a sudden they don't look like us no more. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, that's just the nature of the beast,
Yeah.
But when it comes to that, the industry is so huge. You know what I'm saying? It's a huge situation, but it has to come with understanding and comprehension too. So our goal is to actually contribute more than just product to the industry. At My Supply Guy, we look to contribute more than just product. Okay, education, direction,
Yeah.
things of that nature that actually enhance the industry that we service. So yes, there's a lot of challenges out there. Yes, in anything, it's going to be like that. We where we live, this is what we have.
Right.
You know what I'm saying to you? So
Right.
we can't get really stuck in that situation, but we have to understand it as owners and also consumers.
Mm-hmm.
In My Supply Guy, we offer products that are made by barbers, designed by barbers. We
I was
have
gonna bring
those
that
on the
up.
shelves. We seek out people that actually produce products that the industry wants. So if you have a product that you actually marketing and you continue as a business and you have that product, we call you and say, yeah, we would like to have your product and help you market your product. Because normally you would not have any shelf space anywhere else.
Right. Right.
You still have to be online or from hand to hand kind of thing. But through our system, we allow you, to have shelf space. But it's a symbiotic kind of situation. We arrange with you. You also got to market that your product is in our store, and we market too. We Instagram posts and things of that nature. So we try to work together with the industry at that hand.
And so have you ever collabed with any of these small businesses? Some of the barbers that got these supplies.
Absolutely.
You know what
Absolutely.
I mean? Like workshops and
we got Morano out of Maryland. He's the one that has the rhino comb, and he's like a barber inventor. Check him out, Morano One.
one.
Yeah. We also have OG Walker products out of Florida, Jacksonville, out of there. We have products from Israel Wright. He's in Atlanta. He does a lot of esthetician stuff and facial and the bumps and things in the back of your neck.
Mm-hmm.
He's a professional at that. That's what he do. So we have his products that he uses. He has a beard line also. We have Ideal product line. We also have, who else we have? We have, what's the name? Exclusive. The oil, he has astringents and oil sheen and things like that. So we have a multitude of that made by barbers for barbers in the store.
Who's the guy that owns Exclusive?
His name is Razul.
Okay, that's okay. Not the guy that I'm thinking
Yeah.
about. All
You
right.
know, who else we have? We have, who else we have? We have so many. We have Royal Black, Clipper Cut Queen. She has the enhancement color. So really, and she has pencils, the barber pencils too. Um, who else? Who else? Who else? Man, there's so many. I could go on for a while. We actually seek them out for us to
That's
carry
good.
in the store. A lot of the products is not carried in any other store.
That's what I was gonna say. They're gonna have a hard time getting in Target or
Nah,
Sally's
they're not going to get in
or something. You know what I mean? Like,
They
you know what I
they
mean?
could barely get into any other beauty supply.
Beauty supplies.
You know what I'm saying to you because of who you got to go through.
Mhm.
You know, so
No
and
question. Is that limited to barber supplies, or is this like people with edge control, shampoos, oils, etc.?
You got
no,
the
it's not
supplies.
limited. It's not limited, but the requirements is that you have to have a viable product that you are actually waist high and can't just I got a product in here. It doesn't work like that. You have to already have done the legwork and market your stuff and have some kind of traction that the industry actually wants. You know,
Mm.
things of that nature. So yeah,
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's dope, man. That's dope. And yeah, I got to keep that in mind when I am shopping with you, since you got all of these black-owned products. Those are the ones I want.
oh yeah.
You
And when
know.
you come in the store, we point that out to you that the specific products that are designed by barbers for barbers and in the industry. You know, yeah.
Dope. 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 All right. So man, the finance game. Like
Mhm.
I said, me and you had a good conversation the other day. You was giving me some definitely some information that I know I needed, and so I know it's a lot of other people out there that need it as well, particularly in our industry. And
Mhm.
so that's a great marriage. I think that you had that background in finance to get into end up the way that you came into the beauty and barber industry, having that background with you. I think that was a good marriage because that was a void, like we said earlier, that's missing here. So yeah, talk a little bit about that, the finance side of the game, man, and what you offer.
Well, we definitely offer guidance and understanding. I'm gonna give you an example. As a business professional, you can't really run a business and you're not known. A financial institution doesn't know you. Okay, um, so you could be generating a lot of revenue, but you're actually an anonymous person. How do you utilize those funds that you generate? You're walking around with a pocket full of cash, but it doesn't do nothing for you besides you spending, on a daily. Okay. Um, you as a barber have family and children also. How do you use your professionalism, your career in advancing how your family live? A lot of the industry still have the mentality that they, like we said, are hustling and it's not nothing really legitimate. That's why you have so much turnover in and out. You know, I'll cut today, I might not cut tomorrow. I move from this shop to the next shop. There's no, I'm 10 toes down and I'm going forward and I'm building, building, building. So there's a lot of in and out. That prevents you from actually being financially set. You could be generating a lot of cash, but you're not financially set. A lot of people still have things in other people's names, things of that nature. You're making a lot of money, but the industry is an underground industry. It's spiritually an underground industry.
Facts.
Even the regulatory institutions like the state board are looking for ways to make it even worse, whereas they want to wipe out licensing so that because they can't get a handle on it. You see what I'm saying to you?
They talking about that now?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. And some people might think that's a good idea. It's not. Because the same thing that happened to the real estate market, because before the real estate market was a loosey situation too, until they got really good regulations to allow that industry to thrive. This industry needs regulation so that people could actually look at it and it could be represented as a viable way of life, not an underground, not a speakeasy kind of thing. So when it comes to the finances, that's how you do it. Okay.
I agree with that. But I also see two sides of it as well. Because, like you mentioned earlier, this is one of the only industries where a brother could get fresh out the pen and come straight home and be a business day one. You know what I'm saying? Right. That would raise the barrier to entry. You know what I mean?
No, they would not. They would not stop that because they're not looking to say because you have this record you can't be in it, because they have the schools like that inside the institutions already. You could come out with a barber license in certain institutions.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So that's not, you don't have to be threatened by that. You know what I'm saying? That's actually a plus because now people come out of institutions with law degrees, GED. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to be fearful about that as something that's going to block you. But I'm gonna give you an example. Look at inside certain shops. You go in certain shops, it's filthy. Like you couldn't understand why somebody would keep a shop that filthy. And could you imagine it had no regulation? And that's with regulation. Could you imagine with no regulation what happened?
Yeah, I feel you.
You know what I'm saying to you? So regulation is not something to be feared. Regulations will protect the professional from the underground. Because now you, just like I get a degree in accounting or finance, could you imagine if I didn't have that and I'm out here talking crazy? Right. Because there's people like that prepare taxes and all they do, unfortunately, I'm not knocking they business or nothing like that, but they don't have that background. They just prepare taxes. They're not a tax professional, they're a tax preparer. Two different things. You could be trained to be a tax preparer in a month or two because what you do is enter information. But as a business owner, if you start asking questions about your business, that tax preparer is not going to have the answers for it.
Yeah.
Simple.
And that tax preparer may not also be a business themselves. They may just be doing this as a side hustle, as we talked about earlier on the show.
Right. They could be just hustling that for the season. You know, as a part-time thing after they do their other job. Right? Which is, I'm not knocking that at all, but there's two different.
There's levels to it.
There's levels all the way through. Correct. So tax preparer, you know, you go there if you have simple situation. You know, head of household, boom, 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 keep it going. You're looking for a return. As a business owner, that's not what you're doing. Okay? As a business owner, you have different criteria for your taxes now. Because now you have to get your records, get your expenses, get your revenues, get all of that in order for you to be able to prepare your tax. And a tax preparer may not know how to do that. It might be above their pay grade.
Or they may not be familiar with auditing.
They might not be familiar with a lot of things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's particularly just like now with the barber and beauty industry, a lot of tax professionals, whether you have a CPA or a tax professional or tax preparer, they are not familiar with the industry.
Right.
So they don't know the questions to ask you. So you don't know the questions to ask them because they're unfamiliar.
And
See,
because they're a tax preparer, you're expecting just because they prepare taxes that they
right,
understand what they're doing.
right.
It's a
So the
language
expectation on
barrier.
your part is there,
Right.
and that's not how it works. Fortunately for me, like I said, I'm in the industry, so I can talk to you about specific things about your needed necessities in your business when it comes to barber and beauty. I know exactly what requires in your industry. Okay, now another tax preparer or tax professional may not, because they're not abreast of what's really going on in the industry. They don't know the questions to ask you. So in a lot of my workshops, I let the attendees know, go and interview your tax professional before you allow them to do anything pertaining to your taxes. Have a consultation. Ask them, do they know about the industry that you're in? And that goes across the board. If you was an engineer, if you was, go and ask the question. Do you know about the industry that I'm in? You know the credits, the deductions that's specific for my industry,
Right.
you know? Because if you don't, I'm at a disadvantage.
Right.
Okay. The most important thing in this sense is that you get someone that you trust and is willing to actually learn your business before they're like, oh, let's hurry up and just put anything on paper and go. That's if you're a business professional, if you value your business. If you don't, you go to anybody and say you did it, and then next thing you know, you didn't get all that you needed to get out of it.
Right.
And that's the best case scenario. Worst case scenario, you could be losing. So this is very important when it comes to the business and finance side of the industry. You have to find somebody that is familiar with what you're doing.
And what type of bookkeeping should we be doing?
Um, Definitely, you have to keep track of your mileage, things like that. Um, if you have your business account, your bank, your checking, and everything, that's to use one card for your business. That's to use that. Use one card, whether it's a debit or credit, so that all the expenses, anytime you use it, is going to be recorded on your bank statement or on your credit card statement. That makes it easy to keep track of, as opposed to people saying you got to get your receipts. That's your receipt right there. Okay. If you have it all over the place, then it's harder for you to bring in all your expenses. You know, it's always good to have a booking system too. If you don't have the time to jot down all your revenue for the day, every week for the entire year. If you like that and you're meticulous like that, okay. But if you're not, then it would be in your best interest to get some sort of booking system that people pay and book, and that keeps track of your revenue. So every week you'll see how much you made, keep track of that. By the end of the year, you'll see what you made for the entire year, and on your bank statement or credit card statement, you'll see how much you spent out. That's half the battle right there.
That sounds like the whole battle to me.
Right.
Yeah.
That sounds like the
And
whole. That's
honestly,
the
it's
whole war.
simple.
It
I
sounds
think
simple, right?
when you said it like that, it's just super simple. Like all your business expenses, use your business bank account or your business credit card. That way, you already know what you spent, and then on the other side, make sure that you're keeping a record of the income or or
Mhm.
your services that you're providing. I think it
So
sounds easy, but it's the mindset of not treating it like a hustle and thinking more like a business.
Right, right.
along those lines, still thinking about the bookkeeping aspect of it. Is it good or is it not good to accept multiple forms of payment?
You don't have no choice in this day and age, because people coming to you with 5 different forms of payment. They got Apple Pay, they got Venmo, they got Cash App, they got and if you need to have several, you can't have all. You choose a handful, and your customers will know, yo, this is what I accept.
Yeah.
You can't come here with, Timbuktu something and expect me to have access to that too. You're gonna have like 3 or 4 of the main ones, and that's it.
Yeah.
and cash is always king too. So
No doubt.
that's always the option.
No doubt. Because trying to track down the transactions and you're using all these different platforms and they charge different percentages, you know what I mean?
Right.
Well, unfortunately, with technology, it comes with complexity also.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it might look like it's simple, it's taking on my income, my revenue, but there's so many different things attached to each one of them. And that's how these companies thrive, because there's so many fees you just don't even think about it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how those companies live.
Right.
You know what I'm saying to you?
Right.
They live well off of you not even considering what they charge you per transaction.
Right.
You know?
Right, man. Right.
You know what I'm saying to you?
It's the
But
price
in
of
this,
doing business.
right? Yes, that's what they say. It's the price of doing business. So that's a whole job in itself. You trying to corral all of that in to minimize your expenses too. So you have, 5 different, channels in receiving revenue. Okay, those 5 different channels have 5 different expenses attached to them too.
I just want to be able to write all of them off, though.
Yeah, that's all good. That's no problem. All those channels supposed to give you a 1099 at the end of the year.
Right.
And it's going to record the fees that you pay and everything. It's going to be a third party 1099. You should have that.
Right.
That's the easy part, because they're required to do so.
Right. Man, all right. So let me pull up the website, man. We've been here for about an hour now, chopping up good game with our brother. This is the website right here. So y'all could go to My Supply Guy. Is it MySupplyGuyATL.com or My Supply?
Yeah.
MySupplyGuy.shop is the website.
Shop.
Right.
Shop.
And
There
Instagram is MySupplyGuyATL.
we go. All right, let me share this with y'all so y'all can see the website and all of that before we get out of here tonight. Family, where we at? Here we go. Boom. Okay, hold on.
That's dope.
All right, so yeah, got all the tabs and everything popping over here on the top. Again, this is MySupplyGuy.shop for all your barber supply needs, beauty supply needs here too, right?
Yes, we do. Yes, and we actually expanding the site shortly. It's going to be a massive site. Thanks to my marketing person, Melissa Jackson. She's awesome. I got to give her a shout out. She does all of this.
Is that who I spoke to earlier?
Excuse me, sir?
Is that who I spoke to earlier
Yes.
to set this up? Oh yeah, shout out to her. Very, very professional, very pleasant
Yes.
sister.
Yes.
Need somebody like that on your team for sure.
Yes, and I definitely appreciate her. She's like 10 people for me, man. She's like 10 people for me, literally. The site was started by my brother initially, and then she came on board, and now she's maintaining and adding and doing all the social media, and really doing an awesome job with it. I'd like to thank her for that. So this is where we at.
Yeah. So he got everything that we need. Everything that we need, he carries it. If it's a certain brand or particular thing that you're looking for, usually he could track it down.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. One of the biggest things that we're working on now, like I said, is that education and actually doing some good marketing. I don't know if you're familiar with the magazine Barber Evo.
Oh, I seen you in one of those magazines.
Yeah.
Is that the one?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So we
That was
definitely
fine.
doing some heavy marketing in there, and we are actually allowing other barber businesses marketing space in the book now. So
And so was that monthly, weekly? What is that?
this
come
is
out?
every 2 months. This magazine is published. It's out of Europe. It's a solid book. It's got good integrity on it, and we actually doing some good business with them and affording our industry a showcase now.
Yeah. What's the name of the magazine?
Barber Evo.
Barber Evo.
Yeah, yeah.
They got
The
an
next,
Instagram.
yeah, they got all of that. Barber Evo, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They also like the last edition. It's supposed to drop now. It's already printed and everything. We have My Supply Guy has 4 pages in that, so each page is a different showcase of barber business. Okay, this one has. I know you know Fadeologist. I know one of your barbers came out of there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, John from there did a editorial on him. No Grease did an editorial on them, and Lucky Barbershops. He's the one that's actually putting in barber shops in Walmart. These are all
Oh.
black businesses, black entrepreneurs. They do their thing. Fadeologist got 3 shops now. No Grease have upwards of 14 shops with franchise ability. They have a school, and they're about to open, a couple more down here. But they usually have their shops inside malls. They got one in the Sugarloaf Mills shopping mall over there too.
Oh,
And
okay. That's them. Okay.
that's them. Yeah, they're 2 twins, Jermaine and Damien. They awesome. Trust me, them guys, the high power. They out of North Carolina. They're doing a lot of things. So we are showcasing them in those magazines. So when you see in the magazine, you might see on the page it says "Powered by My Supply Guy." It's My Supply Guy that's affording them that page to showcase their business and stuff like that. So we looking to contribute to the industry and give people places and platforms, people that are bigger than us that you might not know, because we're not anywhere right now, but we actually working together with the industry to make it a better place. We got a lot of education coming up. We got the MBBS Expo that's in February, actually on Super Bowl Sunday. That's with me and Bravado, Sam Glickman. So
Okay.
that's going to be a great educational expo that's coming up. And what else? We got so many other things, but just stay posted. We're going to always post it on IG and let the people know what we're doing.
Do you
Oh.
guys do any of these expos outside of Atlanta, but in other states such as my state, Cali, California?
Actually, we do. They have so many. They just had the expo in Las Vegas not too long ago.
That's not
Yeah,
far.
yeah. They had one in Vegas. And I know I'm supposed to be in LA sometime this year with Anheuser Busch. We're doing something with Budweiser, and we're just waiting on the dates for that. Um, so yeah, we do. Try to get around. We do try to get.
Well, look
Do
out for a city near you, y'all.
Yes,
do you have any type of relationship with like the state board? Like,
absolutely.
what you got? What's your working relationship like?
Well, we have the individual that works with the state board. We have a direct contact with him, and if you have any questions pertaining to any state board questions, we definitely could plug you into people in the state board that can give you the right answers.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, good. So because that's another thing, that's a pathway to helping a lot of people get their license and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. That's always open. We actually have state board prep classes at the shop too. So whether it's practical or theory, which is the book, we have those classes, and we sell the state board kits too.
And so, is there anything on the website where people could sign up for the classes and stuff?
Absolutely. We go to the calendar on the site. It doesn't say it.
Let me see.
It doesn't say it. Just hit, like they go on there and hit the classes. Just look for searching classes.
That's what I'm looking for.
Go in the search bar. See if you can pull it up like that.
Okay.
There you
So
go.
these are the different classes right here.
Uh-huh.
Okay. All the different trainers right here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So as far as I can see, you gotta type it in the search bar, y'all.
Yes.
But it's probably one of these buttons
Okay.
up
It's
here.
one of
There's a gazillion buttons up here. I still
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
don't see it.
But once you type in classes, all of that will pop up, and you can just hit it.
Yeah. There you go. All right, cool, man. It's good stuff, man. So before we let you go, we got to close this thing out in Godcast fashion. So Nicety, you could wind this thing down for us.
Well, first, I want to thank you, Ray, for coming on to the Godcast and sharing all this great information with our audience. We really appreciate it. And I'm sorry for being sick, because I know I've been sneezing this whole thing, y'all. The pollen, my allergies are just kicking my butt today. So, shout out to the family. I did. Thank you to the family in the chat and everyone who's going to be watching the playback. I'm a little sick today, but I thugged it out. Ray, we're going to end this in Godcast fashion. What does freedom and power mean to you?
Freedom and power, well, they go hand in hand. You really can't have power if you don't have any freedom. They go, they simultaneous, they symbiotic in the sense that, for me, it's knowing that I could do anything that I want. That's how I move around. If I see something, if I see an opportunity, it's only me that could stop me, and I have the freedom to do it, and I'm able-bodied to take care of it too.
Like that. I like that. All right, so now I got to throw you on the Summer Jam screen.
Uh-oh.
Oops. I did that backwards. How that work again? Oh, this button. Boom.
There you go.
There you go.
That's a big screen right there.
Yeah. Now you got the microphone. The entire Black community is listening. What parting words would you like to leave us with tonight?
Okay, man. That's heavy. You didn't even give me a warning on that one. Well, the parting words definitely is, it's not over. Once you got 2 feet up under you, all is possible. Keep yourself in the right circles, and you're able to cut off people too. So that's a big deal. It's okay. It's okay to say no. Say no to certain contacts, and stay strong. Keep your health right, because there's a lot of things that's going on around here that without your health you can't do. Eat right, get some exercise in, and once you have that strength under you, I think you'll be very successful in anything that you want to do.
That's actually a good one right there too, man. Learning how to say no.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All money ain't good money.
All money ain't good money, man. All people ain't good people either.
Right.
So that's where we at.
So again, man, appreciate you joining us tonight. This has been another great episode of the Black Business Showcase. We usually do this every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Time, where we bring on business owners and entrepreneurs and just chop up game like you've seen us do right here tonight. So make sure, if you are not already subscribed to our channel, that you hit the subscribe button, as well as the notification bell, so you can be reminded whenever we go live with new episodes of the Black Business Showcase, as well as all the other content that we got popping here as well. And so hit the like button on your way out the door. Share this out again, man. Let people watch. Tell people to watch the replay. A lot of good gems was dropped here tonight. And that's it, man. Always remember, family, we are not the master teachers, but we are the master students and signal boosters for the voices of the new Black media. Peace.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ray.
Yeah, like that. Let's see what's in the God's mind. Listen.